Hello guys, so I'm Karejum Mcheregwa and I'm happy to share with you my story and experience on a reflections time with Premi Odyssey. So I'm the founder of Greater Minds Academy and I'm also a digital literacy advocate trained in building resilience against disinformation. I am also an AI technologist as I hold a certificate in AI career essentials, and I'm also a student activist currently. I am also doing my undergraduate bachelor's degree in pharmacy at Harare Institute of Technology. So, sharing on my personal experiences, guys, I just want to put an emphasis on the importance of faith, patience, and having the right mentorship, especially for us who are between the age of 18 and 24. So this is an area of critical importance, especially for many of us between the ages of 18 and 24, where we are beginning to navigate adulthood. So this period is really overwhelming and it's really easy to lose your way and make significant mistakes in your life. So just want to share maybe my personal story. Hopefully it can motivate someone. So in 2019, guys, I enrolled at NAST doing chemical engineering, but I later dropped out because I discovered that my passion lay in pharmacy and I was in the wrong field, so I dropped out. So this lack of interest in my studies made me seek new directions, which also was a critical moment for me to establish Greater Minds Academy, where I aimed at motivating other students like me. Fortunately, after I dropped out, my idea was a success, and it went well for about a year. So I got involved with this scholarship agent who wanted to help me apply for a scholarship to Canada. So I got involved with this agent, and I never told anyone in my family that I was applying for a scholarship to Canada because it was my own personal money which I had raised for the past year. My idea was to tell my family after everything had been processed, and I wanted to give them more of a surprise. So I just did everything underground, low key, and I never told anyone. Unfortunately, guys, I got scammed. All my money which I'd raised, and all my savings, and that it was around 2022, and it was a really difficult phase in my life. So I just became distant to everyone in my family because I remember at that time even some of my siblings were complaining that I'm just too quiet, and because I was really depressed. And as I said, no one knew that I was involved with this agenda. I was really depressed, guys, to the extent that I even started taking in sleeping pills to sleep for about, I think it was about 5 months. I took sleeping pills to sleep. So it reached a point where I realized that these things were bad for my health, and I just wanted to pick myself up and start over again. So I began to engage a fellow pastor from our congregation named Pastor Gom. Those days, like, my life was really, I didn't know, like, everything was falling apart. Like, people who know me, they know me as someone who is really interested into education. I finished my A-level in 2019, and we are talking about 2022, guys, without proceeding to tertiary. And many people were now asking questions, what's wrong? Everyone was asking questions. So that's when I realized that I needed guidance in my life. So that's when I reached out to Pastor Gom. So in our church, we do something called personal pastoring, where you have someone who you talk to, someone who's more like a mentor, someone who's older than you, someone who's more spiritually inclined than you, someone who is better, or let's say someone who's better than you in almost every way. Guys, I can tell you that at that time when I sought mentorship, from him, my life was a mess. Like, I didn't know even what to do. I had applied for about 13 scholarships, and all my attempts had failed. And I had also tried to raise money to go to university, and everything, guys, was like a mess. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't have a purpose. Like, my life was really a mess, guys, I can tell you. But after I started doing conversations with him, meeting him, it was a really turning point in my life, and I can tell you it was transformative. So a personal pastor is someone who doesn't have to be necessarily a pastor, guys, but just someone who has all the qualities that I mentioned earlier. He can be even a fellow congregant, someone who you feel comfortable talking to. So before engaging with Pastor Gomo, my life was really aimless, guys. Like, I didn't feel like I had a purpose anymore. But because I remember even he is the one who told me to apply at Harare Institute of Technology for Pharmacy. I personally didn't want to apply at this university, but I can tell you now that it's actually one of the best decisions I think I've made so far in my life. Thanks to him. I actually had other plans than applying for pharmacy at Harare Institute of Technology for Pharmacy. I personally didn't want to apply at this university, but I can tell you now that it's actually one of the best decisions I think I've made so far in my life. Thanks to him. I actually had other plans than applying for pharmacy at Harare Institute of Technology, because I remember at the time I just wanted to leave Zimbabwe, and so he's the one who told me, why do you keep applying for these opportunities abroad? Why don't you try something local? So I just listened and tried. So through my journey, guys, I have learned that mentorship is really, really invaluable, and without it, you are just like an unguided missile ready to explode. I urge young people to seek mentorship, be it spiritually, be it in their academic life, be it in any aspect of their life. Guys, it's important to consult someone before you make any decision. Additionally, I've also learned that patience is key, because if I was someone who had been patient soon after I finished my A-level, I would have wasted my money going for NAST and then later dropping out. So guys, life is not a race, and the patience is really key. So you just have to make sure you are patient and just follow your own path, because once we finish A level, everyone has to go their own path. And also guys, be prayerful in everything you do, as we are nothing without prayer. As it is said in John 14 verse 13 to 14, that ask everything in my name and I will give it to you. So in anything you do, make sure you are patient, and also you have the right mentorship by your side, and also you are prayerful. So remember guys, have patience, have mentorship, and always be prayerful. So thank you to Prime Odyssey for giving me this opportunity. Aluta guys, peace.